My beloved brothers and sisters, hear me carefully and open the eyes of your soul. We live in a world where the word friend has been devalued, abused, and misused. People will walk with you only while the path is smooth. To what I'm saying? They will eat with you as long as the table is full. But once the storm comes, once your table is empty, the so-called friends disappear like smoke in the wind. No one is friend except the one who corrects you in private, defends you in public, prays for you to what I'm silence, and stands beside you when the whole world walks away. Such a person is rare. Do not count them in dozens. Sometimes it's none. The truth is harsh, but it will set you free. You must learn to walk alone, to cry alone, to rise alone. I'm saying you must build your inner strength not from the approval of others, to what I'm saying, but from the conviction that you are called for something higher. People may laugh at your downfall. People may laugh at your downfall, but your comeback will silence the noise. Do not be deceived by the smiles of convenience. The same lips that praise you today will curse you tomorrow. To what I'm saying, that is human nature when it is ruled by selfishness. But do not hate them. Forgive them and move on. You were never meant to lean on weak men. You were meant to lean on God and develop a spine of iron. No one is your friend, and yet everyone is your teacher. They teach you whom to trust and whom to avoid. They teach you how to guard your heart. Your heart. How to sharpen your wisdom, and how to rely only on the truth. So, rise up. Stop waiting to be understood, accepted, or celebrated. You were not born to please men. You were born to fulfill your purpose. Walk with courage. Walk in truth. Walk with power. To what I'm saying. And never forget, the one who is truly with you sees what others cannot. In today's world, friendship has become a transaction, not a covenant. People are often only friends when you are useful to them. They stand by you when the sun is shining and your pockets are full. But the moment the clouds gather, and hardship knocks at your door. Many of these so-called friends vanish without a trace. What I'm saying. They were never truly there for you. They were there for what they could gain from you. It may be attention, convenience, access, validation, or some temporary benefit. The connection dies the moment the benefit ends. Let us speak the truth, not what is popular. If your friendship depends on what you can give, then it is not love. It is business. It's a silent contract with terms and conditions, often hidden. To what I'm saying? And once you fail to meet those terms, perhaps you can no longer entertain them, no longer benefit them, no longer provide what they expect. They begin to treat you like a stranger. Even worse, please pay attention to what I'm saying. Some will turn against you, spreading your weaknesses to others just to justify their betrayal. Why? Because their loyalty was never to your heart, only to your value. This is why many feel broken after trusting others too easily. They believed smiles meant loyalty. They thought shared laughter meant permanent connection. But emotional connection built on convenience has no roots. It cannot withstand storms. That is why when your life starts falling apart, God often allows certain people to walk away. Please pay attention to what I'm saying. Not to hurt you, but to reveal to you who they really were. You will see the difference between seasonal supporters and lifelong pillars. And once you see it, you must never forget it. A true friend is not found in numbers. They are found in depth. To what I'm saying, you may know 100 people by name, but only 1 or 2 may truly know your soul. A true friend is not the one who claps when you succeed in public, to what I'm saying, but the one who stays quiet beside you when your world collapses in private. They are not interested in your image. They care for your essence. What I'm saying. They are not attracted to your status. They are committed to your spirit. Such people are rare because loyalty, humility, and integrity are rare. Please pay attention to what I'm saying. Many want the joy of your presence, but few can carry the weight of your pain. To what I'm saying. You'll know a true friend not by how they react to your victories, but by how they respond to your struggles. When everyone walks away, they stay. When others judge, they cover you. When you are too weak to pray, they intercede. They don't advertise their help. Please pay attention to what I'm saying. They offered in silence. They don't compete with you. They protect your peace. You may not speak for weeks or months, but when you need them, they show up. Not for attention, but because love demands action. In a world of surface level connections, a true friend is not just rare. They are sacred. When you live for the approval of people, you become a prisoner to their opinions. You start their opinions in. You start dressing for their compliments, speaking for their validation, walking paths that were never meant for you. Because you fear rejection. But people are fickle. Today they cheer you. Tomorrow they crucify you. What I'm saying? Their applause is unstable. Their loyalty conditional. If your identity is built on their acceptance, then your fall is guaranteed. That is why you must root yourself in something eternal, in God, who sees you fully and loves you deeply, and in your purpose, which cannot be taken away by the hands of men. Purpose doesn't require permission from the crowd. It doesn't wait for claps. It moves forward, even in silence, when you rely on God and align with what He has planted in you. What I'm saying. You begin to live boldly, not carelessly, but courageously. You stop chasing people. You stop chasing people who don't see your worth. And you start walking in confidence. Even if no one understands you, because purpose gives direction and God gives strength. And when those two things are alive in you, no rejection can break you. You stop living to be liked and start living to be faithful. And that is where your power begins. Solitude is not loneliness. It is training. In a world that constantly pushes noise, distraction, and shallow connections, being alone is feared. But in solitude, you meet the real you. Attention to what I'm saying. You hear your thoughts without interference. You confront your wounds without pretending. You face the silence to what I'm saying. You face the silence and discover that it speaks louder than the noise of the crowd. Many avoid solitude because it reveals the truth about who they are without their titles, their followers, or their social masks. But those who embrace it grow. Solitude becomes the furnace where weak emotions are burned off and strength is forged in stillness. When you learn to walk alone, when you learn to walk alone, you learn to depend not on the crutches of others, but on the foundation within. Pay attention to what I'm saying. You begin to build character that does not need to be seen to be solid. The quiet teaches you how to pray deeper, how to think clearly, how to act with conviction, not for praise, but because it's right. The man or woman who finds peace in their own company becomes unshakable. They are not moved by rejection or praise because their soul is anchored. Solitude isn't a punishment. It's a preparation. And only those who endure it can carry what others cannot. Bitterness is a slow poison. It doesn't destroy the one who hurt you. It destroys you. Carrying resentment is, to what I'm saying, is like drinking venom and expecting someone else to die. When people betray you, abandon you, or slander you, the natural response is to hold on to that pain like a badge of honor. But pain turns toxic when it becomes your identity. You replay the offense in your mind. You talk about it again and again. You live in a cycle of wounds that never heal. Forgiveness is not saying what they did was right. It's choosing not to let their wrong keep you in chains. It's not for them. It's for you. Because your future is too important to be chained to a past you cannot change. Forgiveness is strength, not weakness. It is power under control. It takes far more courage to release a wound than to hold on to it. But when you forgive, you rise above the offense. You say, you don't get to control my peace anymore. And then you move on. Not in bitterness, not with a cold heart, but with a healed one. Attention, to what I'm saying. Some people are not meant to walk with you in the next chapter, and that's fine. Let them go, not in anger, but in freedom. You are not called to carry everyone. You are called to carry purpose. And bitterness makes the load too heavy. So forgive and keep walking. Betrayal is a sharp wound to what I'm saying. But it carries a hidden lesson that no comfort ever could. When someone you trusted turns their back on you, please pay attention to what I'm saying. It exposes more than just their character. It reveals where your guard was down, where your hope was misplaced. Where your hope was misplaced, and where your heart needs protection. Pain becomes a mirror, showing you who's real and who only played the role. To what I'm saying, instead of allowing the betrayal to make you bitter, let it make you wise. Let the lies teach you to value truth. Let the rejection teach you self-respect. Page to what I'm saying. Let the abandonment teach you how to stand on your own. Life's deepest wisdom often comes through pain, not through peace. And every betrayal, as cruel as it may feel, is also a graduation, pushing you out of dependency and into discernment. Use it. Don't waste it. Let it sharpen your spirit and open your eyes. Hardship is the fire that tests every relationship. And only what is real survives. The heat. When everything is going well, it's easy for people to smile, to show up, to claim they are with you. But the moment trouble arrives, when your name is under attack, when your resources are gone, when your image is shattered, that's when masks fall off. Fake loyalty doesn't endure discomfort. It disappears when there's nothing left to gain. And though it hurts to watch people walk away, it's a necessary revelation. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Pain peels back the surface and exposes intentions. It teaches you that loyalty is not measured by words, but by presence under pressure. The ones who remain when everything else is stripped away, those are your real ones. Everyone else was a visitor, not a companion. And it's better to know that in the storm than to be fooled in the sunshine. There is a strength to what I'm saying. There is a strength inside you that will never be discovered until you are forced to walk alone. When no one answers your calls, what I'm saying, when no one checks in, when the support you counted on vanishes, that's when your true power awakens. It's in the silence, in the isolation, that something shifts. You stop waiting for something. You stop waiting for someone to be you, and you become your own rescue. You stop seeking what I'm saying. You stop seeking comfort from the outside and begin drawing strength from the core of who you are. The journey alone isn't easy, but it reveals your endurance, your resilience, your capacity to survive and rise. You'll look back one day and realize that the loneliest seasons were the ones that built the fiercest version of you. And in that solitude, you discover that you were never truly weak. You were just never given the space to prove how strong you could be. People will talk before, during, and after your fall. They will mock your failures, question your worth, and write you off as if your story has ended. But their opinions are not your identity. That's what I'm saying. Their judgment does not define your future. What truly, I'm saying, what truly matters is not how many times you've been knocked down, but how you rise. Your comeback is a declaration not to prove them wrong, but attention to what I'm saying, but to prove to yourself that you are more than what they saw. Every time you get up, you reclaim your voice, your purpose, your dignity. Attention to what I'm saying. The same mouths that doubted you will be silenced not by revenge, but by results. You don't need to explain. You don't need to argue. Just rise, rebuild, and return stronger, because your journey is not controlled by their narrative. It's driven by your resilience. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Your value was never meant to be determined by opinions, likes, or applause. Or applause. It was sealed the moment it was created with purpose. People may overlook you, misunderstand you, reject you, or even label you based on what they can't see. But none of that changes your calling. What you carry inside, your gifts, your voice, your vision, was placed there by design, not by popularity. You were not made to fit in. Pay attention to what I'm saying. You were made to fulfill. And fulfillment comes not from being noticed, but from being faithful to the assignment over your life. When you anchor your worth in people, you rise to what I'm saying. You rise and fall with their moods. But when you anchor it in your calling, you remain steady, focused, unshaken, unstoppable. You begin to walk with a quiet confidence. Just pay attention to what I'm saying. Not because the world agrees with you, but because heaven has already approved what you were born to do. So now I say to you, stop waiting for others to validate your existence. Stop expecting loyalty from those who were never built to carry it. Walk alone if you must. Walk with truth. Be anchored in purpose, not popularity. Forgive those who hurt you. Attention to what I'm saying. But never forget the lesson they taught you. And when life tries to break you, rise, not for applause, but because there is a fire in you that cannot be extinguished. Please pay attention to what I'm saying. Your strength is not in who walks beside you, but in who walks within you. And as long as you know who you are, why you're here, and what you're called to become, no rejection, no betrayal, no silence can stop you. Let them leave. Let them doubt. You stay focused. Stay faithful. Stay free. Because when it's all said and done, you don't need many. You just need purpose and the courage to walk in it.